Hello guys, welcome back to PrizeDr's YouTube channel, where we talk about anything to do with finance while simultaneously plugging our site. This video is going to give you the know-how behind the stock market, from what it means to how to purchase stocks and so on. This video is jam-packed with information, so make sure to use the timestamps provided in the description to skip between the parts. Without further ado, let's get into it. The stock market is where investors connect to buy and sell investments, most commonly stocks, which are shares of ownership in a public company. The way the stock market works is pretty simple. Operating much like an auction house, like eBay for instance, the stock market allows an easy way for buyers and sellers to negotiate prices and make trades. The stock market works through a network of exchanges, such as the New York Stock Exchange or the Nasdaq. Companies list shares of their stock on an exchange through a process called the initial public offering or IPO. An IPO helps companies raise necessary money from investors. It essentially means that the company divides itself into a number of shares, say 20 million shares, and sells a part of those shares, say 5 million shares, to the common public at a certain price, say $10 a share. Using that quick maths, you see that the company raises $50 million in cash through the IPO. Investors can then buy and sell these stocks among themselves, and the exchange tracks the supply and demand of each listed stock. The supply and demand helps to determine the price for each security, or stock if you will, or the levels at which the stock market participants, that is the investors and traders, are willing to buy and sell. Buyers offer a bid price, or the highest amount they're willing to pay, which is usually lower than the amount sellers ask for in exchange. For a trade to occur, a buyer needs to increase their price, or a seller needs to decrease theirs. This all might sound complicated, but computer algorithms generally do most of the price setting calculations. When buying a stock, you'll see the bid, ask and bid-ask spread on your broker's website, but in many cases the difference will be mere pennies and won't be much of a concern for beginner and long-term investors. The first stock market in the world was the London Stock Exchange. It started in a coffee house where traders used to meet to exchange shares in 1773. The first stock exchange in the United States was started in Philadelphia in 1790. The Buttonwood Agreement, named that because it was signed under a buttonwood tree, marked the beginnings of the New York Wall Street in 1792. The agreement was signed by 24 traders and was the first American organization of its kind to trade in securities. The traders renamed their venture as New York Stock and Exchange Board in 1817, hence the New York Stock Exchange. A stock exchange doesn't own shares. Instead, it acts as a market where stock buyers connect with stock sellers. Stocks can be traded on several exchanges such as the New York Stock Exchange or the Nasdaq. Although most stocks are traded through a broker, it's important to understand the relationships between exchanges and the companies that trade. Also, there are various requirements for different exchanges designed to protect the investor. A brokerage or a broker's main duty is to act as a middleman that connects buyers and sellers to facilitate a transaction. Brokerage companies typically receive compensation by means of commissions or fees that are charged once the transaction has been successfully completed. Nowadays, these might be paid by the exchange or the customer, or in some cases both. Because many discount brokerages such as Robinhood and Trading 212 have instituted zero commission trading, they make up for the loss in revenue in other areas, including getting paid by the exchanges for larger quantities of order flow. For example, when a trade order for a stock is executed, an investor pays a transaction fee for the brokerage company's efforts to complete the trade. That's the basics of the stock market for today. Let us know if you want anything specific about it, like what brokers we recommend and so on. Also, don't forget to give our site a visit to earn some easy money by taking some surveys, downloading games and so on. Otherwise, thanks for watching. If you like this video, press like, sub to our channel for more like this. Once again, the code for this video is STOCK25 and you'll get 25 points for using it. And with that, it's been PrizeDr, signing out.